Has your creatinine been climbing little by little, even though you feel like you're doing everything right? Have you looked at your latest lab results and felt that quiet fear in your chest? The fear that something inside your body is getting worse faster than you expected. I'm Dr. Richard Hale. And if you're over 60 in the United States, I need you to hear this clearly, because what I'm about to say is not meant to scare you. It's meant to save you. The truth is, rising creatinine and a falling GFR are not random. They are warning flares. And most Americans ignore those flares until the damage becomes irreversible. But here's the part almost no one is told. In time, kidney decline rarely happens overnight. It builds silently day after day, fueled by inflammation, hidden toxins, blood flow problems, and tiny changes in your daily routine that you don't even notice. And because the symptoms creep in, slowly, fatigue, swelling, trouble sleeping, most people chalk it up to aging. Yet aging is not the full story. This is your body trying to warn you that your filtration system is under attack. Now the urgent part. If you're watching this, you are already ahead of millions of Americans who wait until their creatinine jumps so high they end up in the ER. But today, you're going to learn something different, something empowering. Because inside some of the simplest, cheapest foods sitting in your pantry right now are natural compounds proven to calm inflammation, protect your nephrons, and lower the toxic load that pushes creatinine higher. And the way you use them, the timing, the portion, the combination, can give your kidneys real relief starting tonight. And as we move deeper, remember this, you're not powerless. Your kidneys are not done fighting. In fact, the next few minutes may be the turning point that helps you take back control before things progress further. Let's begin. Walnuts may look ordinary, but for someone over 60 dealing with rising creatinine, they become something far more powerful than a snack. They become a daily shield against inflammation, the silent force that damages kidney filters long before symptoms ever appear. And trust me, most Americans don't realize how much control they could regain with something as simple as a handful of the right nuts. I've seen it firsthand. A retired school bus driver from Ohio, 71 years old, sat in my office with creatinine creeping toward dangerous territory. He told me, Dr. Hale, I'm eating less salt, drinking more water. Why is my GFR still falling? And the truth was painful. It wasn't the salt or the water. His biggest enemy was chronic inflammation, a slow grinding process that stiffens the tiny blood vessels inside the kidneys until they can no longer filter properly. This is where walnuts step in like quiet heroes. They are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, rare anti-inflammatory fats that your body cannot produce on its own. When you eat walnuts, these omega-3s travel through your bloodstream like calming messengers, telling your immune system to slow down the overreaction that harms your kidneys. Research from major U.S. medical journals shows that seniors with higher omega-3 intake have measurably lower inflammatory markers, meaning their filtration units, those fragile nephrons, face less daily stress. And when stress drops, creatinine stabilizes. But it's not just the omega-3s that matter. Walnuts are also rich in polyphenols and antioxidants that help fight oxidative stress, a process many older Americans unknowingly struggle with. Oxidative stress is like rust forming inside the body. It eats away at healthy tissue, including the delicate membranes that keep your filtration system working. Walnuts help scrub away that rust, giving your kidneys space to rest and recover. Think of it as turning down a fire that's been burning quietly for years. What's remarkable is how naturally walnuts fit into daily life. No cooking, no measuring tools, no complicated diet rules. Just 20 to 25 grams a day, about a small handful, is enough to provide kidney-friendly fats without overwhelming the body with protein or phosphorus. And many of my patients tell me they start noticing the difference not through lab numbers first, but through how they feel less heaviness in their legs, fewer afternoon energy crashes, and a calmer, steadier sense of wellness. And here's something important. When your internal inflammation drops, your kidneys aren't the only ones that benefit. Your heart blood pressure, blood sugar, and circulation all improve together, like gears finally aligning again after months of grinding. But only knowing this isn't enough, because there's another hidden factor, one that most Americans overlook, and it can make or break your kidney recovery if you miss it. And once you understand how walnuts help calm that internal fire, the next piece of the puzzle begins to make sense, because your kidneys aren't only fighting inflammation, they're also drowning in waste. Your body can't process efficiently anymore. That's where dried apples quietly become one of the most overlooked kidney-saving tools in many American households. They don't look flashy, they don't feel medical, but their effect can be surprisingly powerful. I remember a woman from Arizona, 68 years old, who told me she felt foggy, swollen, and heavy every evening, even though her diet looked simple. When I reviewed her routine, the problem became obvious: too many snacks that push toxins and sugar into the bloodstream all at once, forcing her kidneys to work overtime. And that's exactly why dried apples matter. They contain a unique type of soluble fiber called pectin, a gentle sponge-like compound that quietly pulls waste cholesterol and toxins out of your digestive system before they ever reach your kidneys. For someone with rising creatinine, that kind of early interception is invaluable. Scientifically, pectin is fascinating. Studies show it can bind harmful compounds in the gut and escort them out through your stool, reducing the load placed on your filtration system by up to 30%. Think of it as having a second line of defense catching the trash before it even enters the bloodstream. And unlike most dried fruits that spike potassium, dramatically dried apples remain naturally low in potassium, making them one of the safest choices for people managing kidney disease, diabetes, or blood pressure issues. And when blood sugar spikes are avoided, inflammation drops too, which means your kidneys aren't constantly battling the roller coaster of glucose slamming into your bloodstream. Many seniors tell me that when they switch from cookies or crackers to a small handful of dried apples, just 20 to 30 grams a day, they feel lighter, less bloated, and more in control. It's a simple swap with an impact far greater than most people realize. What makes dried apples even more helpful is how effortless they are to use. No peeling, no chopping, no mess. Just a soft, easy-to-chew option that works well even for older adults with dental sensitivity. You can mix them into oatmeal, sprinkle them over yogurt, or enjoy them as a gentle evening snack that doesn't overload your kidneys right before bedtime. And here's something many Americans overlook: when your digestive system moves smoothly and your gut stays balanced, your kidneys get a break they desperately need. The gut and kidneys are connected far more closely than most doctors explain, and every reduction in waste load gives your filtration units room to breathe. But only knowing this isn't enough, because there's another factor that directly influences how your kidneys handle daily stress. And if you ignore it, you may miss one of the simplest protections you have. And once your gut begins clearing waste more efficiently with dried apples, there's another hidden battle happening deeper inside your body, one that most seniors never realize is quietly speeding up kidney decline. It's the problem of weakened blood flow. Without steady circulation, delivering oxygen and nutrients to your filtration units, your nephrons behave like tiny machines running on low battery. They struggle, they stiffen, and over time, they lose the strength to filter your blood the way they once did. This is where almonds rise far above their reputation as a simple snack. I think of a man named Robert from Michigan, 65 years old, who came to me exhausted, frustrated, and scared. His creatinine wasn't skyrocketing, but it was inching up just enough to make him check his lab results with dread every few months. What I found in his lifestyle was something I see in many Americans: poor circulation, slowing down the kidney's ability to do their job. His hands felt cold, his feet tingled, and he thought it was just age. But it wasn't just age, it was his blood flow begging for help. Almonds are uniquely powerful here because they support circulation in multiple ways. They contain arginine, a natural compound that helps your blood vessels relax and widen, making it easier for blood to reach your kidneys without pressure spikes. And the moment pressure steadies filtering, becomes smoother, safer, and far less stressful on your nephrons. On top of that, almonds are packed with vitamin E, one of the strongest antioxidants known. Studies from U.S. nutritional journals show vitamin E can significantly reduce oxidative stress, the same internal rust that eats away at kidney cells over time. When that rust is reduced, inflammation drops, blood flow opens up, and your filtration system has room to breathe again. Many seniors tell me the first change they notice isn't in their labs, but in their body. Warmer hands, fewer energy crashes, and a smoother sense of clarity. Even better almonds help stabilize blood sugar, a critical factor for anyone managing diabetes or prediabetes, both of which often accelerate kidney damage. Just a small handful, about 20 to 25 grams, of unsalted almonds can slow down sugar absorption, helping avoid those sudden spikes that place heavy stress on your kidneys. And the beauty of almonds is how naturally they fit into daily American life. Sprinkle them on oatmeal, add them to yogurt, pair them with a piece of fruit, or enjoy them during a mid-afternoon crash. They're simple, satisfying, and kidney-friendly when used the right way. But only knowing this isn't enough, because there's another factor, one that affects your energy, your circulation, and even your oxygen levels, and missing it could mean overlooking a surprisingly powerful kidney-supporting food. And once your circulation begins opening up with the help of almonds, another piece of the kidney puzzle becomes impossible to ignore: your oxygen levels. Most seniors don't realize that when the kidneys weaken, they often stop producing enough of the hormone that signals your body to create healthy red blood cells. And without those cells, your tissues, including your kidneys, operate like a home with dimming lights. Everything slows, everything strains, and fatigue creeps in quietly. That's why raisins, as simple as they appear, can play a surprisingly meaningful role in supporting kidney health. I think often of a woman named Margaret from Phoenix, 72 years old, who told me she felt tired in a way sleep couldn't fix. Her legs were heavy, her breath short, her energy gone before noon. She thought it was just age catching up, but when we tested her blood, she had mild anemia caused by declining kidney function. And she's not alone. Mild anemia affects nearly half of older adults dealing with chronic kidney issues, and most never receive early intervention. This is where raisins shine, not as a cure, but as gentle, supportive nourishment. Raisins contain plant-based iron, small but steady amounts of copper, and B vitamins that help your body absorb and use iron more effectively. Instead of overwhelming your stomach, like iron supplements often do, raisins deliver these nutrients in a way that's soft, digestible, and sustainable. That slow and steady support can help your body build healthier red blood cells, improving oxygen delivery throughout your system. When oxygen rises, your kidneys feel relief. They work with less strain, and your energy stabilizes in ways many seniors haven't felt in years. What makes raisins even more impressive is their effect on circulation. Each tiny raisin contains polyphenols and natural antioxidants that help relax blood vessels and improve blood flow. Better circulation means more oxygen, more nutrient delivery, and less pressure on your filtration units. Many seniors tell me that after adding just 20 grams, about 2 tablespoons of unsweetened raisins into their day, they begin feeling warmer hands, steadier energy, and fewer afternoon crashes. And because raisins are naturally low in sodium and easy on the stomach, they're ideal for older adults who need predictable kidney-friendly snacks. Their gentle fiber helps slow sugar absorption, preventing sudden spikes that can worsen kidney stress, especially for anyone managing diabetes or prediabetes. The beauty of raisins is how effortless they are. Mix them into your oatmeal, sprinkle them onto yogurt, fold them into a salad, or enjoy them as a mid-afternoon uplift. They're soft, easy to chew, and work quietly in the background while you go about your day. But only knowing this isn't enough, because there's another factor, one that protects your kidneys in a completely different way, and most Americans never think to look for it. And once your oxygen levels and circulation begin to feel steadier with the help of raisins, there's one more layer of kidney protection that becomes absolutely essential, the kind that strengthens your filtration units directly. Your kidneys aren't just passive filters. They're living tissue made of millions of fragile nephrons that face constant pressure from inflammation, toxins, blood sugar spikes, and high blood pressure. If those nephrons weaken, everything else collapses. And that's why pistachios, yes, the soft green nuts many Americans snack on without a second thought, can be far more valuable to your kidneys than their small size suggests. I once worked with a retired engineer from North Carolina, 66 years old, who told me he felt like his body was on a downward slide. He couldn't stop. His creatinine hovered at a level that made him anxious every time he opened his lab results. What surprised him, and many people I counsel, is that protein, when chosen correctly, can either support your kidneys or silently overload them. Pistachios offer a rare kidney-friendly form of plant protein that provides strength without overwhelming your filtration system. They are gentle, easy to process, and ideally suited for seniors who need nourishment without extra strain. But the real magic of pistachios lies in a nutrient most people overlook: lutein. Lutein is widely discussed for eye health, but few people know it acts as a powerful antioxidant shield for kidney cells as well. Studies show lutein helps neutralize free radicals, the harmful molecules that damage the microscopic filters inside your kidneys. With age, those filters become more vulnerable to oxidative stress, a slow erosion that accelerates creatinine rise. Pistachios help build a protective buffer around those cells, allowing them to function more efficiently under daily stress. And because pistachios also support blood vessel relaxation, they help keep your kidney pressure more stable, which is essential for smooth filtration. Another overlooked benefit is how pistachios improve cholesterol balance, lowering LDL while supporting HDL, the good cholesterol. This matters because the heart and kidneys are tied together closely. If your heart struggles, your kidneys suffer immediately. When cholesterol stabilizes, your whole cardiovascular system becomes gentler on your kidneys. What many seniors appreciate most is how enjoyable and satisfying pistachios are. Just a small handful, 20 to 25 grams of unsalted, dry-roasted pistachios can keep blood sugar steadier, provide plant protein, fuel your energy, and protect your kidneys all at once. They're easy to chew, comforting to eat, and incredibly versatile. Sprinkle them on salads, mix them into oatmeal, or enjoy them as a simple afternoon snack. But only knowing this isn't enough, because there's another factor. The one routine that can reduce swelling, improve nighttime comfort, and support your kidneys while you sleep, something every senior should hear before this video ends. And once you understand how pistachios help protect your nephrons from the inside out, there's still one challenge almost every senior with kidney issues faces: swelling. The heavy feet, the tight ankles, that uncomfortable pressure that builds as the day goes on. It's not just annoying, it's a sign that your circulation and lymphatic system are struggling to move fluid upward, forcing your kidneys to handle more than they should at night. That's why this simple 10-minute evening routine has been a game changer for so many of my patients across the United States. I remember Mrs. Carter from Florida, who told me her feet felt like cement blocks every evening. She thought it was just age, but it wasn't. It was fluid pooling because her veins and lymphatic pathways were tired. When she started this routine, elevating her legs slightly above her heart, breathing slowly through her nose, and letting her nervous system calm down, her swelling dropped dramatically within 2 weeks. And the science behind it is solid. Elevating the legs reduces venous pressure. Ankle circles activate the calf muscles, your body's second heart, and gentle upward massage stimulates lymphatic flow. These steps help fluid move out of the lower legs, so your kidneys aren't forced to deal with that excess burden right before sleep. The warm compress relaxes tight muscles, improves microcirculation, and eases the discomfort many seniors feel at night. And finishing with just a few sips of warm water, not a full glass, helps your body release fluid without overstressing the kidneys after dark. Many people describe this routine as the most peaceful part of their day, a moment where their body resets and their swelling finally softens. It's simple, soothing, and surprisingly powerful when done consistently. But only knowing this isn't enough, because there's one final message, one that ties everything together and may determine how strong and protected your kidneys stay in the years ahead. And as we reach the end of this journey together, I want you to remember something deeply important. Your kidneys are not giving up on you. Even if your creatinine has crept higher than you hoped, even if your GFR has slipped farther than you expected, your body is still capable of healing in ways that surprise people every single day. You've already taken a powerful step by learning the foods, the habits, and the routines that support your kidneys instead of stressing them. And the truth is, most people never take this step until it's too late. But you just did. So keep going. Keep making these small choices that protect your filtration system, steady your blood pressure, calm inflammation, and give your kidneys the breathing room they need. Healing rarely comes from one giant change. It comes from dozens of tiny decisions repeated with consistency and care. And because I want you to stay safe, informed, and supported on this journey, I encourage you to save this video so you can come back to it whenever you need a reminder or a bit of guidance. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, and turn on notifications, because every week I release new medical insights, kidney-saving tips, and step-by-step routines designed specifically for seniors who want to protect their health and stay independent. These videos aren't just information, they're tools you can use to stay ahead of kidney decline, understand your labs more clearly, and make confident choices about your health. And before we close, let me leave you with this. No matter where your numbers are today, You are not alone and you are not powerless. With the right habits, the right knowledge, and the right support, your kidneys can become stronger, calmer, and far more resilient than you think. Keep learning. Keep caring for yourself. And together, we'll keep moving toward better health, one simple step at a time.